to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
欢迎收看老戴解说的《心灵杀手2》。距前作《心灵杀手1》发售已经有近12年，我采用录制的版本是 PC 版，所有画质拉满。提醒观众朋友们的是，本作我前面游玩了大概2个小时，整体的感受是恐怖、压抑加上惊悚。如果害怕，建议打开弹幕；如果不害怕，那我们就一起慢慢看。一个体态臃肿的男人从河里面爬了出来，原本应该是不穿裤子的，但是游戏里面是有一个选项。关闭裸露选项的。记住这2个人的名字，后续会出现。因为我拿到的这个版本是抢先体验版，中文的字幕有一定问题。观众们从开篇到现在这一段的字幕呢是我手动自己做的，希望正式版发售有了首日补丁以后这些问题都可以修正掉。这种炸不炸像幻灯片一样的鬼脸扑面会出现的，后面还会出现。前方出现的呢是一棵树，比较狭窄的一个树洞一样的，我们才从树里面穿过去。游戏的存档方式和《生化危机》比较像，除了现在右上角告诉我们游戏存档了，还会有安全屋提供给我们存档。
How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo.
接下来的字幕就是游戏里面的原配字幕了。
Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
你们喝咖啡需要那么同步吗？
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are, Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work.
现在的画面为即时运算的画面，刚刚在车上啊、聊天啊那些都是预渲染好的 CG 动画。
A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
骑手先获得这片区域的地图，长按视窗键可以打开地图。现在在地图上的信息相对比较少，只有一些地名，比如说有一些出租小木屋啊。深色的区域是我们没去过的地方。
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Quit your belly aching, Thornton. I'm up here now. Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that,
Those damn feds gonna show up, Mulligan?
Federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
先问一下有没有目击者。
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
问一下这边大概发生了一些什么。
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
好吧，问你们多呢也没什么用，去看看尸体吧。
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell them I'm here waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
去看一看那具尸体，左上角为现在的任务目标。
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
接下来就是很重要的内容了，按一下视窗键，进入意念之境。
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
这是我们目前掌握到的一些案件信息。利用这个按键板分析线索，并且推进剧情。使用右摇杆可以这样移动 ，LT、RT 进行缩放，左摇杆控制这个圆圈。想看这个视频，必须要搞清楚这个系统。灰洛镇发生了数起谋杀案，寻找案件之间的关联，能帮助我们揪出凶手。这个案件的名称叫做巨斧湖谋杀案。先是受害者，所有的受害者都在2010年失踪。除此之外，他们3个人之间没有什么共同点。泰德是个牙医，有刺伤、肿胀，手腕上有淤青。2012年的时候被发现埋在一个比较浅的坟里面。这个女的叫温迪的老师，2018年的时候，就是8年以后才被发现，部分器官失踪，尸体被泡了8年，也已经不像样了。而最后一个人是叫做博西的商店老板，2周前刚刚发现，胸部伤口被认定为死因，并且身上有难以辨认的纹身。谋杀的方法略微有些不同，共同的特征是尸体都有浮肿，但是具体的死因不同。浮肿的原因很可能是在水中浸泡过。有2具尸体在手部和腿部有淤青，也就是说手脚被绑起来过。18年的和最近发现的2个受害者胸口都有很深的伤口，但是尸体的状况很差啊，这点很难确定是不是因为胸口的伤口致死的。而所有尸体的共同特征就是有浮肿的迹象，都被泡发了那种感觉。然后最后一个凶手的侧写，然后仔细看一下3张照片。3号受害者尸体上布满了难以辨认的纹身，可能是凶手在传达什么消息，或者是凶手的一些什么艺术类的一些东西吧。3个人的共同点就是同时在2010年失踪，其他没有什么太大的关联。这个侧写我个人感觉可能像是推断，凶手也许是运动爱好者或者是猎人。好了，大致了解了这片区域在13年前曾经发生的故事之后呢
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
好了，去案发现场。这片地区有很多的小路，有的地方呢现在就能去，有的地方呢可能要以后才能去。比如说这个地方
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
被锁着在，进不进去。
A creepy twig sculpture?
发现了一个树枝的一个绑成的一个形状，2个三角形。有时候我会控制它的前进速度，否则对话的字幕它会乱掉。
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
这个翻译还是有些问题。现在的游玩氛围还是比较轻松的。
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
这片地区原本是可以用于旅游的地方，看风景的地方。前方的这座山峰叫做镜峰，因为在山下有一片湖水，只要角度合适，就能看到镜峰的美景倒映在平静的湖面上，以镜像的方式呈现。本作的提示很少，很多的内容需要我们玩家自行进行探索，甚至连目的地都不知道在哪。
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
树倒了，这条路不能走，要稍微绕一下。
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
我之所以在这走的比较慢就是怕 NPC 之间对白串词儿，字幕乱七八糟。
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Can I make it, Mulligan? Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
2个副警长，一个在门口等我们，一个在这边看守尸体，也在等我们。
So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob?
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
这个桑顿智商有点堪忧。他们呢就相当于普通维持治安的警察，而 FBI 在我们可能就叫刑侦大队吧，专门负责破案的。
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. And we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
发现了尸体以后，是比较关键的图像——巨斧湖谋杀案现场。
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
将关键图像放在案件板上，会开启新的调查路径。在灰洛镇附近的树林里，又发现了一具尸体，时机刚好，得去看看是否与我们调查的谋杀案有关系。放置关键图像以后，会提示一个新的问题：与之前的谋杀案一致。然后仔细观察一下尸体，胸口
Inside stab wound, chest cut open, heart removed.
心脏被拿了出来，
The killer left the heart right next to the body.
把拿出的心脏就放在旁边，
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down.
手脚都被捆绑了起来。手头的3个线索全部发现了，进入案件板。然后我们要用这些线索放在对应的未解决的问题上面。也就是说，这几条线索和之前的案件都很相似。比如说，手脚被捆绑，心脏被拿了出来，胸部有严重的创伤这些都是和之前的案子相似的。
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
这起连环谋杀案已经有4个受害者，这3个线索解决了一个我们不知道的问题，就告诉我们它会出一个什么样的结果。按 Y 键可以看左下角，我们接下来应该做一些什么？深入了解受害者，深入了解凶手。
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues.
我们先和副警长聊一聊。
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. Now, I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
死者的名字叫做罗伯特·南丁格尔，曾经也是 FBI 的人。
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
所以说，南丁格尔失踪也是在2010年，和那3个人一样。
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
But no happy ending.
通过对话所了解的信息呢，基本上就这么多了。然后勘察一下现场，在桌子上面
Large amount of blood on the table.
有很多血，
The victim died here. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
地上有很多脚印，凶手应该不是一个人。有2个地方可以看，
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? I think that's everything. For now, at least.
Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
此时左下角提醒我们看一下按键板，把我们刚刚获得的一些线索放在按键板上。许多足迹，那肯定是凶手的，就放在凶手这儿。用方向键的上可以调出下面的这些线索。桌子上溅满了鲜血，我原本想放在受害者这儿，哎，不对，是放在凶手这儿。
Boot prints indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
现场有多名袭击者，十分混乱。搭档那边获得的消息，南丁格尔曾经因贸然行事被联邦调查局解聘，而受害者南丁格尔最后一次露面是在13年前的落灰镇。通过这2条口供，确定了受害者是谁。
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
接下来我们手头还有2张照片，由推断凶手这条线索推断出他们是预谋犯罪还是自发犯罪。尸体的附近发现了三脚架，还有冷藏箱和啤酒瓶，喝着酒，拍着视频杀人。
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
一个失踪了13年的人为什么会出现在这里？受害者是从哪儿来的？
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
之前是使用线索进行推测，而侧写是利用现有的线索，使用直觉进行判断。
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
之前搭档就是说我们的主角侦破很厉害。
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Like the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. A Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
为何主角做出这种推论，我也知不道啊，慢慢看呗。推断出南丁格尔是从巨斧湖来的，死者已经死了13年，期间他去哪儿了？为什么在这出现呢？
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
直觉告诉我们，可以去湖边看看。
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
这边有个牌子，看一下，女巫的小屋。以前这里应该是一个旅游景点吧。然后呢，可以在旁边稍微逛一逛。这个游戏据说受到了《生化危机2》的启发。原本一开始的地方，我们的活动范围比较有限，慢慢，像我们现在活动的这片区域啊，其他地方我们也能去了。这是日记或者说笔记，周五和周日的2篇笔记。箱子里面有点补给，可以拿一下。这个东西是电池，以后战斗需要用的。我们到这个女巫小屋来啊，不是主线的流程里面必须要来的，我们只是过来看一看。告诉观众啊，有些地方是可以过来看看的。
Did you get lost, Anderson? I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though.
旁边有个路牌，可以看一下。
A witch with no heart. A strange echo of owl murder.
没有心脏的女巫，女巫之勺。这一大串文字呢，建议观众们可以看一下，可能对看视频有点帮助。反正我是看过了。而这棵大树就是传说中一个女巫掉在地上的勺子所变的。有2条线索。
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
脚印和一封信。
There's a piece of paper on the ground. A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the
the
words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
写信的人算到我们的主角会进入这场案件中，陪他们玩。
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
我们手头现在有一些线索，可以先看一下案件板。其中一个脚印是从岩石下面冒出来的，也就是说南丁格尔穿过了一块大石头，然后踪迹就消失了。然后我们可以看看刚刚得到的那封信，本来我是想全部读的，但是全部读出来呢有点影响视频的节奏。通过这个原稿，然后到侧写里面，因为我们的主角自己会总结。
We found a page in the woods, a story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him, in his chest. I must find out what.
尸体的胸腔里面被放进去了什么东西，然后切换到案件板，足迹消失了，得出了结论。
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
这里还有一些什么别的事情吗？南丁格尔的体内藏着什么东西？要回到小镇上面好好检查一下这具尸体，再加上刚刚在大树那儿发现的那封信。
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
接下来就是要把尸体运到小镇去。
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
现在先回到尸体那儿。
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked.
Hey, you made
I
it
need the
back.
next chapter.
Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
桑顿和我们说，目击者被警长带到了镇上面的餐厅里边，并且给了我们一把钥匙，捷径钥匙。
Thanks.
游戏前期节奏比较慢，看上去也不吓人。
Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
使用道具和管理道具的方式和《生化危机》系列很像，包括快捷键什么的。
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
前方有一个设施啊，里面是有些东西的，但是现在呢，我们先不过去。现在的目标回到车子那儿，我们开车来的嘛。
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
Tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
搭档没有跟上来，跟随系统出了问题啊，但没关系，我们下去看看能不能把它给引上来。哎，你走不走？不走啊？啊，不走我走吧。现阶段这片区域的就已经调查的差不多了。
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
时间呢也就差不多了，我们就下一集再见。下一集，主角和他的搭档将前往
Here we are.
灰落镇。
Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
你知道日落镇会死吗？